Alright, I gotta be a little quiet because people are sleeping, but I just want to make something really clear, really quick, about why things are going on in North Dakota the way that they are. Uh, the easement was not granted, and still Energy Transfer Partners is continuing construction. Now, this is blatantly against the law, and speculation states that they will be fined per day based on, them breaking the law. And the speculation is that it'll be about a $50,000 fine per day. Now, what you need to understand, there are a few things. First, is that that's barely a drop in the bucket. Alright, when a corporation gets this massive and has this many consumers backing it, it's immaterial. $50,000 per day is nothing to them. It's absolutely nothing. So it would be like charging me or you 1/16th of a penny to break the law every day and never actually see a real consequence from it. Now, the second and most important part that you need to understand about this is, even though Energy Transfer will probably just settle every court case, even if they fight and lose, it doesn't really matter. They shell out some money, even though the money that they pay out for this will be leaving their account. They will be reimbursed. They will be reimbursed by me, you, everyone who buys gasoline, everybody who buys plastic products. Alright? The fact is, it's going to be the working class paying for this. And what you really need to understand is these corporations, these companies, they can take whatever financial risk that they want to take. Because when you have this many taxpayers, this many consumers, especially poor consumers who have to, buy what is available to them based on the price bracket, you can get away with anything. I mean, if a huge corporation with this many consumers and in the pockets of, governments, and therefore they're getting the benefit of taxation as well, is if they take huge financial risks and those risks fail miserably and they fall right on their asses, they don't really bear the burden. They do in bad press, in shitty quarterly statements, but it's you and me that pull them out of it. Right? It's all of us. It's all of us who were born into this system. They're risking. They're not risking their own wallets. They're risking yours. They're risking mine. They're risking your kids. They're risking the wallets of your unborn children. It's a sort of checkmate. If we're playing this game at all, we lose, because we have a culture that believes that our economy is legitimate. And that most people, if you were to ask them what poverty is, they'd probably tell you that it's an unfortunate circumstance of our economy, rather than, I think very few people realize that it is integral to the design, that poverty is a must-have in order to perpetuate the kinds of things that we perpetuate. So that's, I don't want to be long, but that's what you need to understand. Massive corporations are above the law. They can settle everything. They can, pay out whatever fines they have to pay out. barely any injury to them uh, once they've reached a certain level of success and have sustained it for long enough. Um, and the second is, you and I are the pawns that pay for everything. All right. If they lose money on something, they jack the prices up. All right. They can squeeze and bleed us for whatever money they want to be compensated with. All right. The consumer versus the corporate structure system is one that is flawed in that manner. But that's what I really want you to understand. That's what I want you to get with this whole thing, because it's way bigger than what's going on in North Dakota, and it is huge, and it's getting worse. And well, rest well. Have a good night.